Hi everyone, my name's Sarah. Before I start today, I want to apologize. There is a storm going on behind me here and I hope that doesn't cause too much distraction, but I did want to record this video. So today I wanted to talk to you about dating following narcissistic abuse. And the reason that I wanted to talk to you about dating after narcissistic abuse is because when I broke up with my narcissist and when I finally left that relationship, the first thing that I did was I went straight on the internet and I joined a bunch of internet dating sites. And I have to say that now that I've got clients and I work in the field, this isn't actually an unusual thing to do. So what happened for me, now that I'm more conscious of it, was that I had this big, gaping, empty void inside of me left behind by my narcissist. He never gave me closure, and it was a horrible ending to a relationship that I didn't want to think about anymore. And I had this void and this emptiness, and I felt unloved and I felt helpless, and I just felt the lowest of the low that you can possibly feel. And so to feel that, I wanted a person. I wanted somebody to just hug me through the night or just love me. And I didn't think that it was going to be too much to ask. I particularly thought that internet dating would be the way to go. And the reason that I thought internet dating would be the way to go would be because I was like, I'll filter them. I'll be able to talk to them. I can gauge whether they're a good person or not before we actually catch up. And then I'll know, and then they'll be the right person and it's all going to go well. And I wanted to talk to you about the people that I met. The first guy that I met was lovely. His name was Paul. He was very ambitious. He had everything that he needed to be the perfect man. He took me to Luna Park. We had a great time. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely person. And it didn't work out. And the reason it didn't work out was because for me, I felt no attraction. I wasn't attracted to him physically, I wasn't attracted to him emotionally, and it just didn't sit right. Now looking back in hindsight, the reason that it didn't sit right and the reason for that lack of attraction, etc., was because I found him boring. And the reason I found him boring was because he didn't match that level of intensity that my ex-partner did. And that was in the subconscious mind going. So I wasn't consciously aware that I was looking for someone anything resembling my ex-partner. I just wanted a distraction. But in order to distract from something that was so abusive and so ongoingly catastrophic, I guess, it had to be something mind-blowing to overpower that. So that didn't work out. The next type of guy that I attracted did match that intensity, and it was somebody that I did know for quite some time, and I thought that he was going to be a great guy. And when we finally met and we'd been chatting for 2 years, I was convinced that he actually had my best intentions at heart. And we started seeing each other, and before long his texts and everything started dropping off. And then I started noticing other things were creeping in, like, the ex-girlfriend came back on the scene, and little things that were like really representing what I'd just been through with the narcissist. And I was like, oh, here we go again. And then, throwing in the odd comment here and there, like the odd snide remark. And I went, you know what, there's something about this. And I'm like, actually, it's going down similar lines. And then when I started my business, he was extremely unsupportive. And that was the point when I went, okay, well, thanks for coming. It's been really fun. See you soon. And I haven't spoken to him since. Now, the reason that I wanted him in my life was because he matched that intensity. And it was going to be intense just like the other relationship. And if I could see the future, I'm pretty sure it was heading to a similar sort of destination to where the other relationship had as well. So no qualms about ending that. But again, my subconscious mind was out there looking to attract someone who had that high intensity level that my ex-partner had offered. Now, the one thing that I did right was after this, I followed up with some counselors, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I pretty much saw the whole spectrum of people that you could see for your mental health, because I thought the problem was me and I thought I had love addiction. And I went and saw them and they said, you know what, Sarah, it's fine. You just need to stop dating now. Give yourself 6 months and then get back out there. And if you read the literature online, it actually says the same thing. Now, for a toxic relationship, or if you're recovering from a healthy relationship, I agree with that 6-month time frame. I think that's good. It's not too short and it gives you time to detox, but it's also not too long that you wait long enough that you actually get too scared to start dating again, because you don't want to hit that sort of phase where you're like, you know what, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm out. See you later. So, it's been a year for me, and this is where I went right. It's been a year for me, and I'm just starting to date again now, and I'm dating slowly, and I'm not dating online because I'm very conscious of the guys that I meet, and I want to meet the right person. So in getting back out there, before I did, I had to build up my self-esteem and my self-worth. And you'll notice that I didn't do too many videos before, coming up now that I'm doing them all the time. And the reason for that was my self-esteem and my self-worth. I was a complete wipeout from my previous relationship. It took me a whole year just to gain back weight to a reasonable level. That's how stressed I was. My weight melted off me, and it was almost like overnight. I went from size 10 Australian to size 6, and my clothes were just hanging off me. It was really noticeable, the stress and how it hit me. So how I filled that void, I got back to nature. I did some soul coaching. I really focused on my self-esteem, my self-worth, surrounding myself with positive people, and my self-talk was really important to me, and changing my self-talk, because when you're in an abusive relationship, your self-talk changes, and you're actually brainwashed for it to change. And the reason you're brainwashed for it to change like that is because they're trying to keep you, and they will put you down, and they will lower your self-esteem, because if your self-esteem goes up, well, you're probably going to leave the relationship, or you'll seek help, or something else will happen and get in the way. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to tell you today. Ultimately, the choice is yours. How you fill that void, how you recover from your relationship, how long after it is that you start dating again. Ultimately, it's always going to be your choice. But my suggestion is that you don't date until you feel really, really ready for it, and until your self-esteem and your confidence does go up a level or two. And if you need help with that, then you're more than welcome to contact me. And I wish you all the best. Thanks for tuning in. See you.